The air in Northern California hangs heavy with secrets, thick with the scent of pine and the chilling echo of a past that refuses to stay buried. It was a time when fear walked the streets, when a taunting cipher held the key to a killer's twisted mind. Now, decades later, the FBI has confirmed what many had long dreamed of, the infamous 340 cipher. A cryptic message sent by the Zodiac killer has finally been cracked. This news, reverberating through the true crime community, has unearthed more than just a coded message. It has opened old wounds and prompted an unexpected reevaluation of long-held beliefs, even dredging up the shadows of personal tragedies. The Zodiac killer, a figure shrouded in myth and mystery, terrorized the San Francisco Bay Area in the late 1960s and early 1970s. He was a master of manipulation, a provocateur who delighted in tormenting law enforcement and the public with cryptic messages. He claimed responsibility for at least 5 murders, although he may have claimed many more. His signature was the taunting letters he sent to local newspapers, each containing ciphers and veiled threats. These codes, he declared, would reveal his true identity. Yet, the puzzle of the Zodiac's identity remained elusive, a testament to his intelligence and cunning. The landscape of his terror spanned from the eerie, fog-shrouded roads of Vallejo to the bustling, vibrant streets of San Francisco, each location imbued with a new, unsettling dread. The recent decryption of the 340 cipher marks a significant milestone in this cold case. It offers a glimpse into the killer's mind, a chance to understand his motives, and to perhaps shed light on the unsolved crimes. Yet, the killer's identity, the key to unlocking the totality of the case, remains hidden. The vastness of the unsolved mystery, a void that has persisted for over 50 years, continues to loom large, a testament to the killer's meticulous planning and the sheer difficulty of his deception. While the world was focused on this decryption, a different kind of mystery was brewing on a popular online forum. A Redditor, going by a pseudonym, posted a simple message. The headline announced the FBI's confirmation, but the accompanying text contained something far more personal. It read, "FBI confirms that the Zodiac killer's 340 cipher has been cracked. In 1999, my brother died in a pretty bizarre way. I need to know if it's humanly possible to even do this by yourself." This post, a seemingly random comment in the sea of online true crime discussions, captured the essence of human intrigue. The interplay of the global and the personal, the collision of the sensational with the deeply individual. It also raised a tantalizing question. How is the Zodiac connected to this poster's personal tragedy? The desperation in the poster's plea, the raw vulnerability laid bare in a public forum, struck a chord. It underscored how a historical crime, seemingly relegated to the annals of unsolved mysteries, could still have profound and tangible echoes in the lives of ordinary people, resurfacing years later with an agonizing urgency. The timeline of the Zodiac's crimes is well documented, a grim litany etched into the history of Northern California. Beginning in December of 1968 with the brutal murder of a young couple, David Faraday and Betty Lou Jensen, on Lake Herman Road near Vallejo, his reign of terror continued for years. The isolated, winding road, often shrouded in the dense coastal fog, became the scene of the first act of unimaginable violence, setting a chilling precedent for what was to come. In 1969, the Zodiac sent his infamous letters to the Vallejo Times-Herald, the San Francisco Chronicle, and the San Francisco Examiner, each dispatch a carefully crafted threat, a demand for attention and a promise of more bloodshed. These missives, typed and often accompanied by cryptic ciphers, were designed to instill fear and manipulate the media, forcing them to publish his messages or face further retribution. One of these, the 408 cipher, was cracked within a week by a Salinas schoolteacher and his wife, Donald and Betty Harden. The message they painstakingly decoded revealed a chilling confession. "I like killing people because it is so much fun," it read. "It is more fun than killing wild game in the forest because man is the most dangerous animal of all." The sheer audacity of this admission, broadcast to the public, cemented the Zodiac's notoriety and fueled the growing panic. The Zodiac sent a series of additional ciphers, each more complex and frustrating than the last. The most famous of these was the 340 cipher, sent to the San Francisco Chronicle in November 1969. The cipher, a seemingly random jumble of symbols, was far more intricate than its predecessor. A deliberate for decades, it remained impenetrable, a Gordian knot of the Zodiac's making, taunting investigators and amateur sleuths alike. The newspaper offices, once bustling hubs of information, became sites of intense scrutiny, each incoming letter a potential lifeline or a cruel deception. The city itself, with its iconic Golden Gate Bridge and vibrant cultural scene, was now a backdrop for a pervasive sense of unease. The year 1999, the year the poster's brother died, was a different time. The Zodiac case, while never truly forgotten, had faded from the daily headlines, though it remained a persistent itch on the collective psyche, a chilling reminder of unanswered questions. The poster's brother's death, a private event shrouded in the pain of loss, became unexpectedly intertwined with the public story of the Zodiac, a collision of personal grief and public fascination. The bizarre nature of the death, as described by the poster, implies a mystery, an event that defied easy explanation, something that felt out of the ordinary, perhaps even hinting at a connection to the macabre. The need to understand, to reconcile the inexplicable, compels us to consider the role the Zodiac case might play in this private tragedy. Why would the news of the 340 ciphers decryption in 2020, a full 21 years later, suddenly bring the poster back to the past, forcing them to confront a long-buried pain and a desperate need for answers? The timing suggests a deep-seated suspicion, a lingering doubt that the brother's death was not a random act, but perhaps something more sinister, something connected to the infamous killer. The recent decryption of the 340 cipher represents a new chapter, a sliver of light piercing the decades of darkness. A team of amateur codebreakers, led by a computer programmer named David Orenchak, along with mathematicians Sam Blake and Jarrett Brackman, made the groundbreaking discovery. Their persistence, fueled by years of dedicated work and a deep understanding of cryptography, finally unlocked the code. The message, like the chilling confession from the 408 cipher, revealed the killer's continued enjoyment of the act and his defiance of his pursuers. "I hope you are having lots of fun in trying to catch me," the message read. "I am not afraid of the gas chamber because it will send me to paradise all the sooner." The words themselves, stark and devoid of remorse, painted a chilling portrait of a man who reveled in his violent acts, who saw his eventual demise not as punishment, but as a gateway to an afterlife of his own twisted design. The announcement of this decryption, made public in December 2020, sent ripples of excitement and renewed interest through the true crime community, reigniting old debates and sparking new theories. The unveiling of this message offers a chilling insight into the killer's mentality, confirming his audacity and his unwavering willingness to taunt those who sought to bring him to justice. While the message does not reveal the killer's identity, it brings the world closer to his thoughts, his mind, and his motivations, offering a disturbing intimacy with his psychopathology. The cryptic nature of his communication, the constant riddles and puzzles, served as a shield, protecting him from identification while simultaneously feeding his insatiable hunger for notoriety. The poster's connection to the Zodiac case, however tenuous it may seem at first glance, is not immediately obvious, and that's precisely what makes it so compelling. The case, which has captivated the public imagination for generations, now becomes an arena for the larger questions about loss, justice, and the profound human need to find closure and come to terms with the unexplainable. The poster's query, "I need to know if it's humanly possible to even do this by yourself," speaks volumes about their internal struggle. It suggests a fear that their brother's death might have been orchestrated or influenced by someone capable of such complex and deliberate acts of terror, perhaps someone with a chilling connection to the Zodiac himself. The very act of creating and deciphering such complex codes requires a unique mind, a certain level of intelligence and psychological drive that, when coupled with the Zodiac's known crimes, inevitably raises the darkest of questions.